The following podcast is for mature audiences only. Listener discretion is advised. The views and opinions expressed on this episode are those of the individual speakers and do not necessarily represent the views and opinions of EMX or EMP, but whether it does or not ain't none of your goddamn business.
I am Magneto. You are nothing. Welcome to Die.
EMX episode 82. Be a chum and help the show out by going to our Patreon site, www.patreon.com/EMPcast, to help donate to the show. You get all kinds of goodies. Probably the best would be the 1 month early access to the EMBS episodes we put out monthly, where we just literally shoot the breeze about things we don't cover on our normal episodes. There's also sketches, some custom toys, mugs, even some free comics every once in a while. We'll bless your mailbox. So do be help, help cover some of these costs amongst all this craziness and help donate to the show.
Yeah, 82. That was a good year.
What happened in 82? Besides births.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
There might be other things. I just can't think of it.
So we're back. How you been?
Busy. Lots of toys to make. Lots and lots of toys to make.
Is it because people are not getting out, or what? What do you think is?
I don't know, man. Or is it? It's that, and then just some good pushes on social media, where people are finding out about me, and just other Facebook friends are finding out, and I'm getting a lot of gifts now, where people I recently posted one of a friend and his wife and his dog.
I saw that one, yeah.
Yeah, and then the one I did with our friend Daryl, and his kids, and so I've been getting a lot of those lately, and it's, I swear, it's like Hydra. I finish one project and two come back in its place.
Nice.
I mean, it's a good problem to have. I'm very blessed to be busy and making some form of income in these terrible times, but at the same time, it's kind of stressful too. trying to keep up.
I hear that. I've been struggling with the kids, trying to get them together for school and registering, and they finally last Friday decided, the different options for what to do in the fall. So yeah, they could either go to school.
Are they letting them go to class?
It's an option. That's one option. Second option is they do virtual school, which is literally sitting in front of the monitor with a live teacher, like class time. And then the third one is more of an independent learning, where they just get assignments and finish it whenever they can during the week. But since Johnny's going to be in the Apex program, he's going to have AP courses. He has to do the ones where he sits in front of the monitor all day. So, yeah. But
and then, and I sincerely doubt, these teachers are getting paid more, right? Essentially, they have to teach 3 different ways. So they almost have to do, triple the work.
Probably. 3 different plans and stuff like that.
Right? But, who cares about the teachers, right? Mm-hmm. They just want kids to get out of the way so people will go to work.
Well, didn't some of the teachers in Florida suing the government for making them?
Yeah, they are. So, but yeah, it's just let's get these kids out of the way so these people can go back to fucking work and make us money. But
and I mean,
if people get sick and die.
Yeah, I'm not so much even worried about Gianni, of course, going to ninth grade. I mean, yeah, he doesn't need any attention, but Nikolai's going to second grade, and it's just like, uh,
Yeah.
how we're gonna manage with him having to be in front of a computer the whole day, and especially if I have to work, and it's just him and his brother for some periods of time. It's like it's really hard to figure this shit out.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and just in general, kids are walking petri dishes.
Yeah, that too.
Like, it's just in general. That's what I'm just like, like there were some conventions that still opened up, and you're just like, the con credit is a thing, let
Yeah.
alone like you add COVID-19 to it.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, it's a bad stereotype. It's a stereotype, but like comic book nerds and just nerds in general, not the most hygienic people. Sometimes, right? And yeah, I'm not gonna be in the same building as thousands of those people with the same circulating air. It's not a good idea.
Yep.
And then thankfully I get to sit in my home and make toys all day and go crazy.
Talking to your other two personalities.
Yes.
Answering your own questions.
And it's funny because like I used to joke around saying that like, thank God I have conventions and comedy, because like otherwise I would just be at home making toys. And like every once in a while I need to remind myself I can interact with people. And I was like, otherwise I'm gonna be the supervillain that makes toys.
The new toy man.
Yeah.
Well, he's actually gone good, which is a whole nother thing if you're talking about DC. But yeah, man. I mean, these podcasts especially is really just my time to hang out and just chill. I mean,
right.
I love it. I appreciate it. So,
indeed.
All right, enough getting sappy. Who are you? And where are
I'm
we?
Viet. I'm Viet, and you're Corbin, and this is EMX. And normally we have a guest or, a third person, but this time it's us again. The original two.
We really should have probably asked Thatcher, but it was kind of last minute with how things worked out.
Yeah, he probably would have been down to do it, but yeah, it was kind of last minute.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe when we have like a larger list of books. But anyways, we're not gonna set a timer for this one because we only have 3 books because of the whole COVID thing, and there weren't many new books. But these will be the X titles from May and June 2020, and yeah, hold on to your seats because we will be talking about them now.
So I think one book is from May, and then the other two.
Yeah, the other 2 are from June. And,
so
yeah, spoilers, of course.
It really didn't make sense to split it for one book, do one book for one episode. So yeah, that's why we got 2 months worth of content here for you now.
Plus, we needed to talk about some demon bears.
Yes, indeed.
All right, Corin, you go first.
Which
one do you want to do first?
Just go alphabetical. Excalibur is
Okay.
probably my least favorite, but man, this cover is great. They got some good artists on here. Who's this? Ashrad?
Yes, Mahmoud Asrar and Matthew Wilson on the cover. Yeah. So, written by Tini Howard, art by Marcus Toe, colors by Eric Arciniega, letter by VC's Corey Petit.
And talking about thrown off, I completely did not remember where this book left off, because we pick up with a whole running storyline. What the hell is happening? And then people start dying. It's like, oh, different reality.
Yeah, I was just like, London, prepare for war. I was just like, when did this happen? And this was like kind of all over the place. I was just like,
Kitty with the flying ship.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what? It's like, isn't she dead? And I like the idea of yeah, Kitty and the flying ship and Rachel like flying it, right, or piloting it.
with her TK. And
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken, they drop hints that her and Kitty are a couple here.
Oh.
Oh yeah. What does she
Oh,
says?
my girl
My girl
worries.
worries.
Okay, gotcha. But yeah, we find out it's just an alternate reality, right? So
Because people start to, well, because Jamie and his insane
yeah,
self.
yeah.
I do
But
love like.
then
Oh, go ahead.
okay, go ahead.
I would say I do love some like just the visual things that happen with him. His crown and things just disappearing and reappearing. He makes a looking at the ship in the crystal ball disappearing, and friggin' Morgan Le Fay still chained to the table and alive.
Yeah,
She's gonna be pissed.
yeah. He's all like asking her stuff. Is like, oh yeah, you're still chained up. And then so I guess oh one other thing is just like Gambit doesn't absorb energy, right? Like
Right. Well, this is still the other reality still, so this is not the
right.
crew that we're used to. But yes, he was able to absorb the kinetic energy.
Yeah, I was just like, that's not what he does. I was like, I don't think that's how that works.
Yeah. This book really suffered from the gap, the 3-month gap or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Because of course at the end when we get these new Captain Britons, it's just like who the hell are these people? But at the end of the last issue, we actually see all of them. So they're not from our reality.
Okay. And so this, and then so Morgan, I mean not.
Saturday night.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So then, yeah, like then they are they of like this new reality?
Yes, you'll see in
Okay.
the incursion chart at the end, they're from like a third
Oh,
or
okay. Yeah. Yeah.
second
Gotcha.
reality, or however you want to put it.
Jeez. Teeny Howard likes to go all over the place with
Yeah,
stuff.
it could use some focus. I mean, they really lean into the original Excalibur stuff though, because the whole Merlin, his daughter Roma, they were the leaders at one time or another. He was, and then the daughter was a leader of Otherworld, and now we have Saturnine, who was a big character in that as well. And I had something else I was going, and I kind of lost my train of thought. Merlin, Roma. Oh, and of course, Captain Britain or Elizabeth and Brian, their whole family. I believe their father's from Otherworld as well.
Uh,
One of their parents is from this dimension, not from our world.
oh, okay.
So she's definitely playing up some of the Excalibur stuff. These new costumes for Richter, Gambit, Jubilee, and Rogue look pretty awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I do like them. Yeah, the art on here is good.
Yes.
That like yeah, the whole the whole jumping around or that the fact that it's a different reality kind of threw me off, and I don't know. I think it takes like a you might need to read it like 2 or 3 times, I guess, to really catch everything.
Probably read the last issue first and then jump into it.
Yeah.
But the art is really solid though.
Yeah, this is all over the place.
Yeah, story wise, yeah.
Um,
It has me a little worried when it comes to the whole Ten of Swords, because she's supposed to be like, her and Hickman are supposed to be the two big writers on that series, and so far I don't feel like the Excalibur portion of that stuff is going to be a big draw for me.
yeah. Yeah, like once she gets, I think like once there's like a focused story, like I tend to like it, or I'm usually pretty intrigued.
Hmm.
But yeah, like it does seem, or again, we were just being hurt by reading it, because of the big break. But
How do you feel about Elizabeth's new Captain Britain costume?
I think it looks great. I'm kind of, I don't know, just like, uh, it's, I don't, her as Captain Britain, like the concept is okay, I guess. But I love the costume design.
Yeah, I like it too.
Yeah,
Well
it looks
designed.
good. I wanna make a figure of it whenever I have time.
Ooh, how are you gonna do
Uh,
the I don't know what the thing called that hangs below her belt. They're not straps, but
yeah,
what
I mean, yeah, I can do that with like
would that?
plastic and or sculpt it.
It'll be plastic sculpt. Okay, I was wondering if you do cloth or how would you?
You can do cloth or like you can just use like a flexible plastic, like like a pocket protector type of material.
Gotcha.
Like a flexible, one of those flexible plastics.
Vinyl like
Uh,
plastic.
yeah. So you can use those for armor, or just take from like the armor from another figure,
Gotcha.
that kind of thing.
All right.
Not that hard.
So with this, just solid average 3 burning effigies.
We don't grade these, Corin. This
Oh.
is EMX,
Wow, really out of practice, ain't we? Ain't
right?
I? Yeah. So yeah, took it.
All right. Next up, Marauders number 10. Let's see, written by Jerry Duggan, art by Stefano Caselli, inks by Edgar. Is it inks or colors by Edgar Delgado?
I'm looking for the dang credit page. Oh, there we go.
Is that
Ninth or 10th page. Colors Edgar Delgado. Yes.
okay?
Corey Petit on letters.
Such a good cover.
A Russell daughter.
Yeah. Let's see what happened on this one. Oh, I like how they use tempo to make whiskey.
Since she can control time, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Now this is the Caselli art that I'm used to. This first page alone with Forge and how he looks, and the Black King on the next page, the details in his face. This is the Caselli that I know and love. Looks like he had some time to really work with this. Or
Right.
when Forge and Storm are talking on the third page, just their faces.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the Caselli that I fell in love with.
It almost like I guess that was on purpose, right? Like the background is like a little faded, and they really, like the characters really pop out of the page.
Yeah.
Like it almost feels like one of those like motion comics type of deals
Agreed.
on,
Man can draw
some
his ass
pages.
off.
Yeah. Good stuff. Let's see. Like, what else happened in this?
I love how they tied in Forge's old. Well, you know Rom Space Knight a little bit about Rom at all?
Vaguely, yeah.
Okay, well he fights the dire wraiths, which were these aliens that like take over people, but the gun that took Storm's powers, Forge created based off that kind of technology. So this is kind of a cool callback because when he created that weapon, the person they're talking about in this issue saw the blueprints he used to create that gun, and that person has photographic memory, which is how the Russians has the technology now to negate mutant powers. So, it's nice how they draw it full circle.
Right. And it looks like they're still having issues resurrecting Kitty. That sucks.
I know I heard a theory somewhere that they would give her another mutation, genetically engineer another mutation, and help resurrect her or something like that. I don't remember where I heard or read that, but because they kept talking about people wanting additional powers and stuff. The wills, how they want to be brought back and things like that.
What's the significance of Mask?
He was just an evil bastard who would play around with people, and he can shape human bodies like clay. At one point, he gave Jubilee. He gave Jean Grey tentacle arms instead of arms. She had a bunch of tentacles.
Oh.
Actually, did it to Callisto too. Now that I think about it, he raised Banshie's
mouth.
I
remember that. Okay.
He raised Banshie's mouth at one point. I mean, he just would alter people in the most terrible ways. But he was a Morlock.
I gotcha. And he's the guy that's golfing with Dan Molina.
Yes. I just got to the Emma distraction page.
Yeah.
Oh, my girl.
Yeah, it's just like everyone's just like what? Just you see them blushing too.
I'm not sure if I like.
It's easy to control leering monkeys.
I'm not sure I like this red uniform they put Bishop in. It's kind of just, I don't know. I don't want to say it stands out too much, but it just looks very odd. It looks unrealistic in some ways. It's like red and black, or it's supposed to be red, but I guess I don't know. It just looks odd.
Is it just like shading?
I can't tell what colors it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
I guess it's supposed to be red, but it looks mostly black with like red highlights when the light hits it. I don't know. I can't get a feel for what material it's supposed to be or what it's supposed to really look like.
I like his hair the way it is.
Yeah. I'm a fan of
pretty modern.
I'm a fan of the dreads more than the mullets, but this one is nice too.
Yeah.
They're still trying to keep it ethnic.
Yeah.
I do believe
they killed those guys, right? The Russians.
No, I think
they threw them on the ship and then they blew it up.
Did they blow up the spaceship?
Yeah, no, before they left, they blasted the ship.
No, they dropped them off. Yes, but they took them and they dropped them off in Moscow. Because at the point she says,
Oh, okay. I guess I thought they dropped them off.
No, they took them from
on the ship and then they blasted.
No.
It's like, damn.
They took them and then they did something to their minds. They wiped them and what does it say? She says, when you do awake, you will have nothing but warm thoughts for mutants and any humans that dare to exist as an oppressed minority. Gay, disabled, trans, it doesn't matter. The thought of cruelty to those different than you will make you physically ill. You will have no knowledge of where your ship was lost, just that the UFO collected you and that little gray aliens prodded you for a few hours before dropping you safely home in Red Square.
Yeah.
It's more than you deserve, you simple-minded man. And then they destroyed the ship, so...
Gotcha.
It's cool that they're tying up, a little bit of those, or playing into some of those loose ends, because Russia's really starting to seem to be a problem.
Right.
Especially over in the Wolverine book, too, as well. It's all tying together, which I like.
Yeah, and don't forget Dracula's over there, too.
Oh, yeah.
Close by.
Good
and then, then we had the, what are they called? What's the superhero team over there?
The red. Oh, it's only Red Guard, but the Russian super team.
Yeah. I can't think of it, but yeah.
I know what you're talking
about. I do like the letters from Nightcrawler to Kitty.
Yeah. Sucks.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they could plan on having a funeral. We'll see how this funeral goes.
You said Children of the Atoms not happening anymore?
I don't. It may not. I know there's a bunch of books that are being. Bunch of stuff that was planned that's not making it, and some stuff that wasn't planned that's not making it. But either Children of the Atom might drop to a mini series. I think it was supposed to be a main ongoing. But either may drop to a mini or something like that, or it may not happen at all from some of the stuff that seems to be going on.
Yeah, because when you get to the coming soon page, Children of the Atom is highlighted in red, like it's supposed to be like an important issue, right?
Well, that's true. So yeah, maybe that will still come April 15th. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe it still will drop though.
Right.
I mean, it's solicited, so.
Yeah.
And then I think I shared a link with you that Ten of Swords is now going to be a 28 issue crossover.
Good lord.
It's like they're just going to tie all the books into it, which, hey, they had the extra time to do it, and if it wasn't going to be that big before and they had to scrap other plans, why not?
It should just be X Swords. Zords.
Oh, you probably haven't seen the free comic book day issue yet.
Not yet.
Okay. It all plays into the tarot cards, pretty much all the stuff we saw in House of X House of X and Powers of 10. The tarot cards that you saw there, they kind of come back here in that special. I'll make sure we put it in the shows for next episode coverage.
Got it. Such a weird cover in New Mutants.
Yes, so
or are we done with Marauders?
I'm done with Marauders. Really looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's still solid. Solid issue. Still one of my favorite X books of the X titles.
Most definitely. Alright, so New Mutants, written by Ed Brisson, art by Flaviano, Carlos Lopez on colors, Travis Lantham on letters. Man, I'm kind of surprised that they have a different colorist with all this craziness, but go ahead.
Yeah, the cover where like the New Mutants are the braces on these teeth.
Is that
so weird.
Del Mundo?
Yeah, like who thought of that? like what gave them the idea to do that?
Oh, Rod Rice. Yeah.
And yeah, here we have the this is another tie to Russia, right? Like,
oh yeah, good point.
We have the mutant. It's in Carnelia. I don't know if that's an actual city in Russia or not. Let me go find that out.
This just kind of. I mean, I like the art here. It's very solid, but I'm starting to miss Bocello in lots of ways.
Oh,
yeah. Even though I think he's doing a new Spidey series too. But we get a cooking lesson from Glob, which I thought was really cool because it is an actual recipe. I think I've read some Facebook groups people actually made it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. And
like, are those Krakoan chickens or just regular chickens, like from like the States?
Well, since they're meat, I guess they're just regular chickens.
Got it.
But yeah.
I forgot about the cooking thing.
It's a nice touch. And them combining their powers is always something I love to see. So everybody's able to use armor's armor to go inside this thing to try to rescue their friends. But of course, things don't go their way.
Right. And then at the same time, like the Carnelians aren't really helping either.
Nope. I forgot Armor's parents died. I think did that happen in Astonishing?
That I don't know.
Yeah, for our parents.
And I'm just like, I was like, do we have any parents? Like, are any of the New Mutants parents alive? It's almost like a rite of passage. What about Boom Boom?
Oh
Does
no,
Boom Boom have?
her dad was abusive. He still might be alive, but she
Yeah.
ran away from home.
Oh, okay.
I know that much. I didn't find anything with Danny's parents because we were talking about that last episode.
Right.
Whatever happened after her parents were freed from the demon bear, but I didn't find much. I didn't find anything really. Any updates on that, but yeah, this page inside of this dimension is all wacky crazy.
Yeah, it was like an acid trip.
If you like candy. And there's frogs. There's weirdness. Very fun issue. I don't want them to drag this out too much longer.
Right.
It'll get tired really fast.
Yeah.
But I think, like we said last time, I like the fact that they're tapping into other mutants who aren't usually, we don't usually get to see a lot of. And here we have Wildside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I honestly don't really know about Armored's history. Like, I know she's been there. Like, as I sort of read, like, is it Morrison's X-Men where she is prominent in?
I think it actually might be Whedon.
Okay.
I think it might be his Astonishing Run where she first appears.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes more sense. But yeah, like, so I don't really know much about her history besides, just her being there and her power set. So it'd be interesting to learn about her, like some of her past.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, she first appeared in Astonishing X-Men number 4. So as that book, the ongoing series went on, I'm pretty certain there was something. At one point, she went like kaiju size too to fight some monster. I kind of remember, but
Yeah, and I guess, yeah. Then when we get to we see the Docs papers, right? The Docs newspaper, and like all this like propaganda. And sort of kind of ties into a bit of our current situation. And it's just like, I guess, like they made this new nation and everything's supposed to be better, right? But it's like, seems like it's way worse for them.
Yeah, they balance it out, which is really cool.
Yeah.
I'm looking more forward to some Sentinels and some technology enemies now, more than human bigots.
Yeah, but I mean, they're kind of working on that, right? We're starting to see some of the plant stuff in X-Force, right? The plant tech, and and then we started seeing a little bit of the tech stuff in the Adjectiveless book.
Yep,
kind of on and off. Yeah, so it's slowly coming together, I think, and then we're already seeing all the nations that are like that hate mutants.
Yep. All right, that's kind of all I got. Not a bad month. Just glad to see comics back, more than anything.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what else to call this episode besides Leering Monkeys.
I think this cover will be a good album art too, so I will use it.
I don't know. I don't know. Like, Boomer didn't really make. Does she go by Boomer or Boom Boom nowadays?
Nowadays, I think she's back to Boom Boom.
Is she back to Boom Boom? Let me check the character. Yep, it's Boom Boom.
Yeah, it was Boom Boom. It was Boomer. It was Meltdown.
Oh yeah, Meltdown. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like she didn't. She had a couple. I think she had a couple of like quips,
Lines.
but like yeah, but they're not as heavy with this one.
Yeah, they got to give some other characters some time to shine.
Right.
I like Mondo he's still a bit pudgy. He's got that different body type. I think he's Samoan.
Oh, there was that one part where she was just gonna blow it up.
It's like our friends are in there.
It's like, oh. No, bad idea.
Blow up first, ask questions later.
Mm-hmm.
So I did forget that Magic is over here kind of poking and prodding about what happened with Beak and his family. And those two kids are going to be a problem. Are they with, I think they're working with the Black King now. I think he was talking to them.
Yep.
Yeah, those kids are going to be a problem.
That'll go great.
He did such a bang up job with his son already.
Mm-hmm.
Shinobi.
Yeah. And he killed Kitty.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if people can get away with naming their son Shinobi nowadays.
Shinobi?
Yeah, his son is Shinobi Shaw.
Yeah.
And I just realized it means ninja. It's like, wait a minute. It kind of just hit me. I feel dumb.
All right. Yeah, I got nothing else really.
Cool. It was fun hanging out with you for this little bit of time covering these little bit of books. Yeah. Not bad at all. Sipping
Just
on my tea.
Another week.
Indeed.
Another week, another month.
Issues 10s. I do like the fact when we have all this, issue numbers are falling in line. Something about it pleases my OCD.
I figured you'd like that. I was like, see, I was like going back and forth, typing up the notes, and like Excalibur 10, Marauders 10.
Pleasing to the eye.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. So, listeners, we'll be back next month with some more fun. I'm looking forward to these giant-sized issues, hoping that maybe they tie in a bit more. I was hoping for a larger overall story, but we'll see how it goes once we get to this.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's every issue, I guess, minus maybe Excalibur, right? Like, there's all these hints of where they could possibly tie together. And so that's interesting to see.
Agreed. I mean, you can kind of really tell which ones are the core titles, except for, I think, Excalibur, which we talked about. Its importance is probably going to be coming in a little bit later.
Right.
Overall, but next episode we'll be covering episode 83. We'll be covering the X books of July 2020. You can find me on Twitter at EMPcast. Come chat it up. Where can they find you?
At Comedian Viet, comedianviet.com, and check out the Yip Yip live stream where I talk with two other friends about Avatar: The Last Airbender. We're doing a rewatch. It's on on his Twitch channel. It's like twitch.tv/saythex. Because it's his main show is about Hunter x Hunter. That's why it's Say the X.
All right.
Yeah. So we are proud members of a few podcast networks where you can find us and a host of other podcasts. The Comics Podcast Network at comicspodcast.com, and if you're on Twitter, check the hashtag #TheCollectiveNet, and yeah, you can find us. Like I said, you can find us in a host of other podcasts.
All right. Till next time.
Yep. Wear your mask. Wash your face. And your hands. Don't touch it.